Botanica here, and as always, sharing a bit of intrigue and just wanted to take a pit stop and create this small segment on water. And as you can see here, this is one of the brands that Dr. Botanica chooses to consume, have been consuming it for quite some time, just on the strength of it being in glass. So you see a beautiful green amber glass bottle because I wanted to just make a complete transition from anything plastic to glass or paper container. And one of the reasons behind that, most people don't know the history of that transition from glass to plastic. Well, back in 1971, there was a particular cola company that I won't mention the name, decided to make the transition from glass to plastic. Soon after that, another cola company followed suit, and they selected another chemical company to produce their plastic for their beverages. Now, fast forwarding to this day, you see a lot of people, particularly women, that have uterine fibroids, endometriosis. They are drowning in estrogen. And according to research, and my research for many years, these particular containers that contain these particular chemicals actually can wreak havoc on the body by elevating estrogen by producing xenoestrogens, which actually mimics the estrogen in the body. So you see, a lot of women are drowning in estrogen, not only because of the plastic, but the also the petrochemicals in the body care and shampoo that they are using. Also, regarding men, you're seeing the testosterone level drop among men like never before. They are the sperm count has been shown to even drop tremendously. And because I remember back in the day, brothers were very strong naturally. You know, they didn't have to go to the gym and work out vigorously like they do today. There were brothers when I was an athlete back in the day. We were in high school, and brothers looked like grown men. You know, because we didn't have. They consumed the fast food. We didn't consume a lot of the ultra processed foods that they have today. We ate at home. We drank, quality water, quality beverages. Most of us didn't even have access to soda pop like that because, our mothers and fathers wouldn't allow that. But yeah, this is one of the reasons that I chose to go to glass completely several years ago. And because I just don't want those microplastics that you see out there that's being talked about today in YouTube and land and TikTok and all these other forms of social media, revealing that our bodies are consuming these microplastics even to the point of it crossing the blood-brain barrier. But yeah, this is I'm not advocating. This is to each his own. But this is why Dr. Botanica chooses to go back to and always have been making a transition and evolving as close as I can, and which I suggest people do because we have to, in order to maintain health and vitality, you have to get back to the grassroots of natural living. But I wanted to point out another thing that's interesting about this. Mountain Valley, if you read the back, it says Mountain Valley Spring is famously recognized by its distinctively refreshing taste and exceptional quality. Perfectly balanced pH, crisp taste, comes from the rich, unique mineral composite or composition that the spring flows through since 1871. Interesting year for those of you who are familiar with the Act of 1871. Do your research, which separated the de jure from the de facto system. But anyway, so we have, what is that, bottled it right here in a remote valley of the Ouachita Mountains, USA. So I'm sure people that have declared their nationality as indigenous or as Moor are familiar with this particular title here, Washita. But just wanted to put that out there. Again, the spring water, as far as the mineral content, I'm sure will dissipate over time as it sits on the shelf or the warehouse or during transport. However, again, I put an emphasis on glass, going back to glass, going back to paper, going back to wax paper instead of silicone and plastic. This is one of the steps you can do to take back your true manhood and womanhood and create hormonal balance. Dr. Botanica, peace and be well.